Hello, today's October 8th, 2016. My last call said that if this low held, this high held, we should drop. But once we went over it, we should have a stilt-like move up to 2172 and then reverse. Well, we had a stilt-like move up to 2166 and then reverse. As far as I'm concerned, the 6-point miss is a miss. And I think it was pretty obvious after under 5 minutes when we reversed that that higher target wasn't going to print. Let's take a look here. During the day when the market was falling like crazy, MEJT said it was a false drop and that prices would return to this line, which they did. It now says the rally is false. It gives us a target of 2147.64, most likely to print Monday. For the reasons I'll discuss, I think there's an increased risk of that target failing. I have a number of other indicators that show this to be positive action. Normally when I get conflicting indicators, the commonest thing is that we gap outside of today's range, and the next most common is we close little change and have the big move the day after. So what's positive about this chart? Well, first of all, this is a pattern which usually zooms into the close and goes over this high. If it doesn't happen at the close, typically it happens at the opening of the following day. We were falling like crazy and suddenly rallied and couldn't hold on to any of these prior lows. It's a sign of strength. We also printed bar 13 of a sequential buy signal for keeps on the 78-minute chart. We came within a day of hitting a 1x2 Gann fan line right at the low. If it had been 1 day more, it would have hit it right on the nose. That's pretty close. So with all these positive signs, plus we have a wall into the close, and that usually leads to a gap up when the market reopens. With all these positive signs, I have less confidence that this number is going to print, and if we gap up strongly, it's probably going to be out of reach, although it should print at some time. The general, that's not the chart I want. The general idea is that we're in a C wave of wave 2, that this 2179.99 price will hold, and then we're going to have a big drop. I think that we're probably within a few days and probably no more than a week away from that starting. There are any number of ways to count things. I have no way of knowing if this counts correct, but if that's A and that's B, we'd have your A, 5 waves, B, and then 5 waves down for C. If that's correct, and it's not the only valid count, and if we have a wave C up hitting just about 2178, maybe minus, which is my number, if that's right, then this wave C up and wave A would have a very nice Fibonacci relationship, because A would be 61.8% of C and my target would be hit. But I have no assurance that that's the right count. So the call for Monday, we have a MEJT target, but we also have a lot of other positive indicators. The commonest thing is to have a gap outside of the day's range, and of course if we gap over this high, I think that's going to be out of reach. If we don't have the gap over the high, I think we'll close a little changed. But all in all, I think we're in the final leg up, and I'm looking for a high probably sometime this week, and I'm hoping for 2178 or just a bit under it, although I can't say it's the only possible scenario. It's the one I'm looking for, and that's today's call.